Okay, let's dive right into this explainer and completely demystify the fascinating world of options trading. This isn't just about picking whether a stock is going to go up or down. Nope, today we're exploring a whole different dimension where time itself is a literal, tangible asset. Just think about that for a second. What if time was literally costing you money? Well, in the options market, that's just the daily reality. Every passing second is transferring risk and, transferring money straight from one pocket to another. It acts as this universal force that traders simply have to master if they want to survive. Section 1, the ticking options clock, understanding time value. We're going to kick things off by isolating the exact mechanism that causes an options premium to just erode simply because it exists. Let's break down time value. An options price isn't just based on whatever the underlying stock's current price happens to be. It actually includes this specific time value component. Our sources define this as the extra premium you pay because, well, there's a probability the stock might move before expiration. It's basically putting a financial price tag on the unknown. Section 2, meet theta, time decay. So how do we actually track that value as it physically slips away from us? Enter theta. In trading parlance, it's often just called time decay. The sources define theta as the rate of change in an option's theoretical value for every one-day change in time to expiration. So holding absolutely everything else constant, theta tells you exactly how much money an option contract is going to lose every single day. It really helps to think of an option's time value like an ice cube resting on a warm kitchen counter. At first, it's just a slow drip, but it never, ever stops melting. Tick, tock, drip, drop. Let's put a real number on this so we can see how it plays out. Our sources show that if you have a theta of, say, 0.05, your contract theoretically loses about 5 cents for a single day's passage of time. Now, 5 cents might sound completely harmless, right? But multiply that by dozens of contracts over multiple days, and man, those pennies add up incredibly fast. Which brings us to Section 3, the 30-day cliff. Here is the absolute crucial point to remember. This melting ice cube we talked about, it doesn't melt at a steady, predictable pace. The sources emphatically warn that the Greeks, metrics like our friend theta, are absolutely not static. A 5-cent loss today could be wildly different by tomorrow or next week. Time decay is definitely not a straight line. When we're looking at a timeline several weeks out from expiration, the time value holds relatively steady. The decay is for sure happening, no doubt about it, but it's pretty gradual. It's just a very slow burn at this stage. But as we move closer and closer to expiration, that time value visibly starts to shrink. That slow drip, it's turning into a very steady stream. And this is where we hit the cliff. At-the-money options experience non-linear time decay, which means it accelerates dramatically in the last 30 to 45 days of the contract's life. The ice cube isn't just melting anymore, it is literally evaporating right before your eyes. Section 4, buyers versus sellers. Because options trading is, at its core, a system that transfers risk, this accelerating decay acts as a massive double-edged sword. It's a total villain to some and an absolute hero to others. For option buyers holding long calls or puts, the simple passage of time is a strictly negative effect. But for option sellers with short calls or puts, it's a remarkably positive effect. They are sitting on entirely opposite sides of the exact same ticking clock. So let's talk about the buyer's penalty. Buyers have purchased that time value upfront. That means they are in a frantic, urgent race against the clock. Their position is bleeding money daily unless the underlying stock makes a really significant favorable move to offset all that decay. Conversely, the vibe for an option seller is completely different. As our source material highlights, they get to sit back patiently and just let time erosion do the heavy lifting for them. Every single day that passes automatically puts a little more theoretical value right back into their account. Sellers actually want these options to expire completely worthless. If that happens, the premium they collected on day one becomes a fully realized profit, all because that time value melted down to absolute zero. They are simply capturing the premium. Section 5, mastering the clock. So how do real traders actually build strategies to harness this intense, non-linear force without getting completely burned? Well, traders face a constant dilemma. Shorter options decay incredibly fast, but they're hypersensitive to any little price change in the underlying stock. On the flip side, longer options pay higher initial premiums, but they dramatically increase your exposure to volatility and assignment risk over a longer period. To solve this Goldilocks problem, our sources point to a widely used sweet spot, aiming for expirations ranging from 30 to 45 days. And this is not just some random number pulled out of thin air, it's a very carefully calculated window. This specific 30 to 45-day window allows traders to hit a perfect balance. They can capture the steep, profitable part of the time decay cliff without absorbing the massive, totally unpredictable risks of holding a contract into its chaotic final few days. Basically, they're expertly riding the decay curve. So, as you evaluate your own approach to the market after this explainer, you really have to ask yourself a critical question. Are you frantically fighting the melting ice cube, or are you patiently profiting from the puddle? Just remember, the clock is always ticking.
OTS Ullu. Knowledge is one of the best investments you can make, and continuous learning keeps you sharp. Subscribe to OTS Ullu on YouTube.